Remember when hotel stays were more than just a place to sleep, when every detail told a story and traveling felt like a true adventure? Before digital keys and smartphone apps, hotels were magical spaces filled with charm, personality, and unexpected delights. Today, we're diving into 25 hotel features that have vanished, but secretly we wish would make a comeback. These aren't just amenities. They're time capsules of American hospitality that showcase our creativity, innovation, and spirit of welcoming travelers. Get ready for a journey through hotel history that'll make you nostalgic for a time when travel was an experience, not just a transaction. Before electronic keycards, checking into a hotel meant receiving a substantial metal key attached to a large, distinctive fob. These weren't just keys, they were souvenirs, conversation pieces that told a story about your destination. Hotels would stamp their full address and room number on these fobs, making them easily identifiable. If you accidentally took the key home, many were pre-stamped with prepaid postage, allowing you to simply drop it in any mailbox. The weight of a metal key, the satisfying turn in the lock. These were tactile memories of travel that modern plastic cards can't replicate. Which travel memory makes you smile the most? Share a story that takes you back in time. But keys were just the beginning of hotel hospitality. Imagine checking into a roadside motel and discovering a small metal box mounted on the bed. Drop in a quarter and suddenly the entire mattress begins to vibrate. Welcome to the world of magic fingers. Invented in 1958 by John Hotling, these vibrating beds were marketed as a way to soothe tired muscles after long drives. For kids, it was pure entertainment, begging parents for quarters to experience the novelty of a bed coming to life. Late-night TV shows even turned magic fingers into a running comedic gag. By the 1990s, changing guest preferences and maintenance issues relegated these quirky devices to the realm of nostalgia. And if you thought vibrating beds were quirky, the hotel's next innovation was even smarter. In the era of metal keys, hotels had a clever system for key management. The key cubby, located behind the front desk. These small compartments weren't just for storing keys. They were the nerve center of hotel communication. Staff would use these cubbies to store messages, mail, and room keys. Guests would leave their keys when heading out, ensuring they wouldn't lose them and saving hotels the cost of replacing locks. It was a system that spoke to a time of personal service and community trust. If you're enjoying this nostalgic journey through hotel history, make sure to subscribe to Vintage America Tales for more forgotten stories from America's past. Before digital check-ins, hotels maintained large, handwritten guest logs displayed openly in the lobby. Every traveler would sign their name, often revealing their address and other personal details for anyone to see. These books were more than just registration. They were social documents, capturing the movement of people across the country. Over time, privacy concerns led to their replacement by computerized systems, but they remain a fascinating glimpse into a more open, less guarded era of travel. But tracking guests was just the beginning of how hotels cared for travelers. For decades, finding a Bible in your hotel nightstand was as standard as finding a lamp. Distributed by the Gideons International, these Bibles were placed with the belief that travelers might find comfort and guidance during their journeys. Founded by traveling salesmen in 1899, the organization placed millions of Bibles in hotel rooms worldwide. While less common today due to changing societal views and digital technology, these Bibles represented a time when hospitality included spiritual consideration. Speaking of unexpected comforts, hotels were about to get a lot more indulgent. Once a symbol of luxury and convenience, fully stocked minibars were introduced at the Hilton, Hong Kong in 1974. These small fridges packed with drinks, snacks, and alcoholic beverages represented the pinnacle of in-room convenience. The concept was so successful that it increased beverage revenue by over 500% and overall revenue by 5% for the Hilton. However, maintenance costs, guest disputes, and post-pandemic hygiene concerns have gradually reduced their prevalence, and those little luxuries came with some pretty cool souvenirs. Before smoking bans, hotel matchbooks were more than just a practical item. They were collectible pieces of travel history. Almost every hotel, from modest motels to luxurious resorts, had custom-designed matchbooks. Some were simple, featuring just the hotel's name, while others boasted colorful logos or witty slogans. Collecting matchbooks even had its own term, Philia Many, with dedicated clubs and enthusiasts. But souvenirs were just the start of how hotels helped travelers connect. Remember when hotel rooms came with crisp stationery, matching envelopes, and sometimes even embossed letterhead? Free postcards featuring the hotel or local landmarks were always readily available, inviting guests to share their travels. In an era before emails and text messages, these were thoughtful touches that encouraged connection and served as effective advertising for the hotels. And when it came to communication, hotels had even more tricks up their sleeve. Before cell phones, hotel lobby payphones were your connection to the outside world. Dropping coins, hearing them clink, and dialing home to let family know you'd arrived safely was a ritual of travel. These phone banks were more than practical communication tools. They were social crossroads where waiting travelers might overhear snippets of conversations and connect with strangers. Speaking of staying connected, hotels were about to get personal. Before smartphone alarms, hotels offered personalized wake-up calls. You'd request a specific time, and the next morning, a friendly voice would greet you. "Good morning, this is your wake-up call." In smaller family-run hotels, these calls often came with cheerful additional greetings, creating a sense of personal care that digital alarms can't replicate. But personal service went way beyond just a morning greeting. During travel's golden age, shoe shine services were standard in mid-range to high-end hotels. Guests would place shoes outside their door in the evening, tucked in a cloth bag, and find them gleaming by morning. Some hotels even featured electric shoe polishers in hallways, reflecting an era when well-polished shoes were a sign of respect and professionalism. And hotels weren't done pampering guests when the sun went down. The pinnacle of hotel hospitality, evening turndown service. Housekeeping would return to your room, fold back covers, dim lights, and often leave a small chocolate on your pillow. This wasn't just bed preparation, it was a gesture that made guests feel genuinely cared for, creating a moment of luxury and surprise at the end of a long day. Getting ready for the day was about to get a whole lot easier. Before, travelers routinely packed their own electronics. Hotel wall-mounted hairdryers were a modern marvel. Typically beige or white, fixed firmly in the bathroom. They were a convenient solution for guests needing to get ready quickly. The distinctive worry sound and occasional automatic shutoff due to overheating were memorable parts of the hotel morning routine. But entertainment wasn't confined to just the room. Family vacations once meant hotel pools with actual diving boards, not today's decorative, shallow pools. From the 60s through the 80s, these were bustling, family-friendly spaces where kids could attempt perfect cannonballs and daring flips. Safety concerns and insurance costs eventually led to their disappearance. But the memories of carefree summer hotel pool days remain vivid, and if you thought pools were fun, wait until you saw how creative hotels could get. There was a time when hotels weren't generic boxes, but spaces of imagination. Spaceship suites, jungle rooms, and entire hotels dedicated to single themes transformed travel from mundane to magical. Standardization might make economic sense, but it stripped away the fun and uniqueness that once made hotel stays truly unforgettable. Hotels were masters of anticipating every possible traveler's needs. Tucked away in desk drawers, hotel sewing kits were tiny lifesavers containing neutral threads, spare buttons, and a small needle. These hotel-branded packages represented thoughtful hospitality, anticipating guests' potential wardrobe emergencies before important meetings or events. Travelers would breathe a sigh of relief finding these kits before a crucial business presentation or wedding. Some hotels even personalized their sewing kits, making them small souvenirs of the travel experience. And personal care went way beyond a quick needle and thread. Hotel lobbies once offered full-service grooming with professional barber shops and shoe shine stands. Men could get haircuts or shoe shines without leaving the hotel. Essential services during an era of strict grooming standards, these lobby services were social spaces where travelers would chat and maintain their professional appearance. The rhythmic sound of shoe polishing created a unique atmosphere of camaraderie. As dress codes became casual, these services faded, replaced by modern fitness centers and coffee shops. But comfort wasn't just about grooming. In colder climates, in-room fireplaces were the ultimate luxury, transforming standard rooms into cozy retreats. These wood-burning or gas features created romantic ambience with plush chairs positioned nearby. Luxury hotels would carefully design these fireplaces as centerpieces of room design, often featuring intricate mantels or unique stonework. Guests could enjoy a glass of wine, read a book, or simply bask in the warm glow, creating memories far beyond a typical hotel stay. Fire safety regulations and liability concerns eventually eliminated these charming amenities from most hotels. And speaking of comfort, hotels had something for every traveler's whim. Once a reliable destination for travelers, hotel gift shops offered souvenirs, late-night snacks, and last-minute essentials. Guests could easily buy hotel-branded t-shirts, small toys, or emergency items without leaving the premises. These shops were convenience hubs that captured the spirit of travel. With the rise of online shopping and nearby convenience stores, these charming retail spaces gradually disappeared. Now, travelers must venture out for forgotten items or unique keepsakes. But staying connected was about to get even more interesting. Before smartphones, hotel room telephones were lifelines to the outside world. These devices allowed guests to connect with the front desk, make wake-up calls, and contact family or business associates. Some hotels even featured bathroom telephones, primarily for guest safety in case of emergencies. As mobile technology advanced, these once essential communication tools became obsolete. Today, they're rare relics in only the most classic hotel suites. And speaking of traveler comfort, hotels were about to get even more luxurious. Complimentary slippers and bathrobes were once standard in many hotels, offering guests a sense of home-like comfort. These soft, plush items transformed the hotel room into a personal sanctuary, making travelers feel pampered and cared for. Some high-end hotels even allowed guests to take these items home as souvenirs. As travel became more budget-conscious, these complimentary luxuries gradually disappeared, marking the end of an era of true hospitality. But hotels weren't just about relaxation. Before laptops and widespread Wi-Fi, hotel business centers were essential for traveling professionals. Rows of desktop computers, printers, and fax machines provided crucial connectivity for those on work trips. As technology advanced and personal devices became more powerful, these dedicated spaces became obsolete. Today, they're relics of a time when business travel required more than just a smartphone, and hotels offered more than just a place to work. Many grand hotels once featured library rooms and reading lounges stocked with books and newspapers. These quiet spaces offered guests a peaceful retreat from the busy lobby and cramped hotel rooms. With the rise of digital technology and personal devices, these literary havens gradually disappeared. Yet they represented a time when travel was about more than just efficiency. It was about experience and leisure. And hotels were about to get even more creative with guest experiences. Some upscale hotels, like the Monaco hotel chain, once offered an unexpected amenity, a live fish in your room. This unique service was designed to provide companionship for solo travelers and create a more personalized, homey atmosphere. The idea was to make guests feel less lonely and add a touch of life to the standard hotel room. However, maintaining these aquatic companions proved too costly and complex, and the service quietly disappeared. But personalization didn't stop at fish companions. Before digital tablets and QR codes, hotels offered beautifully printed room service menus, often nestled in leather-bound folders. These glossy, detailed menus were more than just a list of food. They were an invitation to a dining experience. Guests would carefully mark their selections on a breakfast card hung on the door the night before, creating a sense of anticipation for the morning meal. As technology advanced, these elegant printed menus gave way to digital alternatives. These 25 hotel features aren't just relics. They're a testament to an era when hospitality meant creating experiences, not just providing a place to sleep. Each amenity tells a story of creativity, personal touch, and the joy of travel. Our ancestors understood that a hotel stay could be more than a transaction. It could be a memory, an adventure, a small story in life's grand narrative. Which of these forgotten hotel features surprised you the most? Drop your memories in the comments below. If you loved this journey through hotel history, subscribe to Vintage America Tales. We're preserving the incredible stories that shaped American travel, one forgotten feature at a time.